Stop! Halt! No one passes here. You don't. No one does. We can't get over to the island, but we're keeping the monsters bottled up. For now. Our forces are battling Molag Bal's minions over there. All troops were called back to retake the city. Seems like it's not going very well, though, from the bodies I see floating in Lake Rumer.
I don't care who's in charge here. You must listen. The Imperial prison has descended into carnage. Everything else is a distraction. I was in the Legion. When the city fell, I remained to do what I could. I recently cared for 3 people, former prisoners who escaped from the Imperial prison. How they managed, I cannot fathom. Their souls were stitched together. Pain felt by one echoed through the others. Each had a dozen broken bones, so every step was a shared nightmare. I don't know what the Daedra plan, but the Imperial prison must be the heart of it. I heard there's a way through the Memorial District, but the place is crawling with Daedra. I don't know of another way. If you go there, do not allow yourself to be captured. If you're looking for the dumbest man in all of Cyrodiil, your search is over. Well, it takes an unusually foolish person to flee a bad situation and end up in a far worse one. I'm one of those special people. I fled Cheydinhal, a village east of here, to avoid being forced to join a gang of Imperial deserters. I ran here and put myself right into the middle of a war zone, with horrors from Cold Harbor running amok and killing everyone. We had to swim across Lake Rumer to get here, me and 2 friends. The slaughterfish got my friends. The guards won't let civilians use the tunnel, and I can't face swimming back again. I'm starting to think my friends were the lucky ones. Why, it's just great up there, all sunshine and puppies. Why don't you go take a look? Oh, you're so clever. Saw right through that ruse, didn't you? Well, if sunshine made your skin peel off your body, and if puppies were 10 times your size and had teeth the length of your arm, then yes, it's all true.
I'm making do.
Only the finest wares here.
Hello there.
A home without clutter is like Joan without Jode, and this one has clutter up to his whiskers, yes?
Are you someone famous? Perhaps I've heard of you. Well, in that case, let me show you my stock.
My wares are selling faster than hot squirrel jerky in winter. And you know what that means? Higher prices. Still affordable for someone like you, I'm sure. Take a look. Just, don't try to haggle with me.
Hail.
Finest merchandise around.
I tell you, soldier, a city like this, it's just foul. The stench in these sewers, what have these people been eating? Hate to say it, but it might be better to let it go to oblivion. Mind you, those aren't my orders, though. Huh. Lured with promises of plunder, eh? Or are you one of those banner-rattling idealists? Sorry to say you'll be disappointed on both counts. There's very little glory to be found here. Just muck and rubble and blood. We're holed up in a stinking sewer. That should give you some idea. Got enemies lurking in every dark corner. Sneaky pack skirmishers and those daggerfall brutes. Then there's the Daedra. Hundreds of them. Thousands. So you're not running for the hills, eh? Going to stay and fight? All right then, let's get to work. I need you to help clear this place out. We've barely got enough room to breathe. Hunt down enemy bannermen and those Daedric beasts and slay them. Simple as that. War is a game of numbers, friend. I'm sure I don't need to convince you that the numbers are not in our favor. If we want to claim the White Gold Tower, we've got to even the odds. One last thing. There's a woman here in the city, a Dragon Guard warrior calling herself the Drake of Blades. She's brought us some valuable intelligence, but she's up to some mischief, I know it. If you meet her, stay watchful.
Meet me among the tradesmen. Quickly, if you please.
Fine goods at fair prices. Top quality merchandise.
Once I got used to the distant screaming, I barely noticed I'm living in a sewer.
Frostus is wrong about the Telvar stones. Don't look at them or they'll ignite. Everything is dangerous. No surprise if you've ever read his... I suppose you could call them books. If they're a risk, we should study them to learn why. The Daedra are scraping them from the White Gold Tower. They still retain power from the days of the Ayleid's construction, and I say we should turn it loose upon the Daedra. As with any book by Frostus of Ellenhere, there is no clear purpose. But the stones have dormant power within. I believe with proper study, we could learn more of the White Gold Tower's construction. If the Ayleids could do it, why shouldn't we? Yes, You could focus on a handful of negative aspects, completely discounting the thousands of advances both magical and mundane, or ignore the foundation of civilization itself. Have you spoken with Frastus? You'd get along swimmingly.
Pay no attention to the Shrew of Tanith. She'll say the Telvar stones are key to locking away the Daedra. Why not ask the good lady Cinnabar how much she plans to charge for each key? More than her horrid books, I'd wager. Chips of the White Gold Tower. Aliens who built it couldn't recreate their own Zero Stone, so they settled for Telvar. The Daedra infesting these sewers are tapping away at it. Weaken it enough, and pop, slorp, no more Mundus. Tap, tap, tap go the Daedra. Pop goes the White Gold Tower. Slorp goes everything you know, mashed like a cheese wheel through a pinhole back into oblivion. That's how I describe it to children. Bring them here. When the Daedra are driven from the city, we will use our hoarded Telvar stones to repair the damage. And the Cinnabar gets her way. She'll sell them at market stalls while creation unfastens itself. Short-sighted cretin. And... pay no attention to the Shrew of Tanith. And... Great Frastus, I find your books far superior to a festering boil on a troll's wangle. Good day.
Your general was telling you to keep an eye out for me, right? Here I am. Your general was telling you to keep an eye out for me, right? Here I am. Right. I'm sorry. Introductions should come first. I apologize. I am the Drake of Blades. Blades, yes. I'm a member of the Dragon Guard, or I should say the true Dragon Guard. We were driven underground by the Empress Regent Clivia. Just as well. We are sworn to serve the true heir of the dragon. She is certainly not that. I'm conducting an investigation. The only investigation that matters. Your friends have provided a great distraction with all their fighting and dying, but I've hit a wall and I need help. I wouldn't ask if it weren't important, believe me. Because you're not an idiot. You're not an idiot, are you? Sorry. I'm looking into a plot. The plot. Molag Bal is looking for something. Something powerful. I fear that if we don't find out what it is, we'll all pay dearly. Truthfully? No. Not yet. But we can change that. I need an extra set of eyes and ears. You look strong, reasonably capable, assertive, so on and so on. If we pool our assets, we should be able to foil Molag Bal's plans. In the districts, there are 6 in all.
Molag Bal has tried to cover his tracks by scattering his operation, hiding it in plain sight. But he's prideful and sloppy. He's left clues. We just need to find them and piece the puzzle together. Simple. Your clumsy militiamen have staked out routes through the drainage system. They rolled out ladders to mark the entrances. The hub is just over there. Can't miss it. It's filthy, but surprisingly efficient. So what do you say? Will you help me? You're dubious, skeptical. That's good. All I ask is that you consider it and stay watchful. I'll do the same. Small beginnings and such. Simple. If you're half as capable as I think you are, we'll be meeting again soon. So, you're making a stupid face. I'm assuming you have questions? Sorry, it's not a stupid face, it's just... Never mind. I have difficulties. It's a simple misdirection. All members of the Dragon Guard have assumed pseudonyms. There's a Drake of Shields, a Drake of Staves, and so on. It gives us the freedom to act in both plainclothes and uniform. That's a question for the leadership. I like to think it reflects on my keen intellect, but I have no idea. It was probably random. Then again, the Drake of Crowns is a clumsy, short-sighted ass, so maybe there's something to it. Royalty. Of course I am. I'm being awkward, aren't I? I apologize. I'm not very good. With people, I mean. I usually just avoid talking to people entirely. This is the longest conversation I've had in months. Something like that, I guess. I'm perceptive. Gifted, they say. I can tell when someone's lying, or anxious, or plotting something just by looking at them. But it's too much sometimes, especially when they start talking to me. Yes and no. For better or worse, it made me who I am. I couldn't really talk to people, so I had to learn about them through observation. It honed my senses, made me focus on the little things, details. That's a valuable skill in my profession. You have assets that I don't. Influence, connections, charisma. You're an accomplished warrior. You obviously have no love for the Daedra. We have common enemies, common goals. It's simple. Are you joking? Oh, you're not. No, I'm not interested in petty border disputes. You're still being serious, aren't you? No, I don't care who claims the city. The occupation could last for 20 days or 20 centuries. Doesn't matter. When Akatosh's heir arrives, the old order, all of it, will be swept away. We all are. But that's barely relevant at this point. Let's focus on the Daedra, all right?
First hope, so much death. I hear the place still smells of fire and death.
I thought I was done for. A whisker's width to the left, and we wouldn't be talking.
We've been through tough times before, but never anything like this. I've been trying to keep Ania's spirits up, but I wonder if I'm just being foolish. Molag Bal happened. To all of us. Oh, he never set foot in the city, but he's responsible for it all. Ania and I lost everything. Our shop, our home, our children. Everything that made life worth living. Get up there and fight. Every Daedra or worm cultist you kill brings us one step closer to seeing the sun again. What can we do? We cower here hoping the Dominion can defeat this evil and at least give us our city back. I'm beginning to suspect there's little chance of even that.
Famius and I were talking just the other morning, saying we wanted to start a family and such. That idea is just laughable now. None that I can see. The Imperial Army's been decimated. Most of our friends and family have been killed. Our home has been burned down. I'd say the omens don't bode too well for our future. Much like down here, perhaps it's sunnier, unless Molag Bal has destroyed that too. He probably will. We'll all die sooner or later. I pray that it's sooner. Famius tries to keep my spirits up, but he's wasting his breath. You think that's gonna make a difference? You think Queen Irene can just march in here, twirl her golden locks, and save us? That's the stupidest idea I've ever heard.
Fine goods for sale.
I just can't stop wondering, when did it all start to fall apart? I've served on the Elder Council for years. I've seen emperors come and go. But I took it for granted that the Imperial City would be safe. That the citizens would be safe. It happened so fast, but I suppose it was probably a long time coming. For years, we ignored the truth. The Empress Regent is just a pretty face. Mana Marco is the one who's been making all the decisions, and he's led us down a dark path. Who knows? He spent all his time in the Imperial prison. There were rumors that he was doing terrible things, and demanding the guards find excuses to make more arrests. We were powerless, though. The Elder Council wasn't even being consulted. One day, Mana Marco just disappeared. He left the city without explanation. Next thing we knew, the Dark Anchors were falling from the sky, and the worm cultists were opening portals to Cold Harbor. It's like some kind of nightmare made real. No. I didn't see Empress Clivia for months, even before the anchors fell. And I haven't seen her since. A delirious soldier claimed the Empress was trying to get into the White Gold Tower, but I suspect he was hallucinating. He died soon after.
Dusk Singer used to take bets on racing fiendroths. The army shut it down. Typical.
What could they possibly want with the sewers? Is it... Pardon me, what do you need?
The quicker you drive out Moloch Bol's forces, the sooner I set up shop by the arena.
Open for business!
Spend time in the Imperial City, they said. For the Dominion, they said. Ugh. So, you're making a stupid face. I'm assuming you have questions? Sorry, it's not a stupid face, it's just...
I tell you, soldier, a city like this, it's just foul. The stench in these sewers, what have these people been eating? Hate to say it, but it might be better to let it go to them.
Consider well what you carry with you out in the sewers. Why give the Daedra more supplies?
Yes?
Do you have a moment? My father is General Valerius. He's missing. I know. I have little hope he survives, yet... I still have hope. Please, let me know if you hear anything. I'm told he entered the White Gold Tower. He may still be inside. Clivia Tharn requested his presence. When you serve the Imperial Legion, you come when the Empress Regent calls. Then came the terror you see in the city. He may still be in the White Gold Tower, a prisoner. I hope. There is no access from the districts. Daedra blockaded all the entrances. I've heard rumors of a way to get inside from the Imperial sewers, but I've had no luck finding the entrance.
Greetings.
What a mess. I've been watching them turn over graves. The worm cult, I mean. It's an ugly business, isn't it? I used to come here to clear my head. It was quiet, peaceful. Now it's full of these idiots. Shame. They're raising the dead. Most are being outfitted as soldiers, but something's off. I've been watching one group in particular. Branded skeletons digging in random locations. They're clearly looking for something. I just don't know what. Necromancers often brand skeletons to bind them to a specific task. In this case, digging. If you can steal a Daedric brand and a chapel key from one of these cultists, we might be able to discover what Molag Bal and his skeletons are digging for. Any one of these cultists could be carrying the Daedric brand or a key to the chapel, so happy hunting? I have to track down a lead of my own. Once you've branded a skeleton and heard what it has to say, meet me in the Undertaker's office. I'm not sure what you mean. They're reanimated dead people. I actually quite like skeletons. It's a shame they're so repulsive and dangerous. I'm sure that sounds bad. Please remember, I am not a crazy person. They never lie. Spycraft is all about observation, scraping away lies to find the truth. I'm very good at it, but it makes my head hurt. Skeletons are what they are, and that's it. It's refreshing. That doesn't make them any less dangerous, though. It's quiet, and full of skeletons. You shouldn't be disturbed there. The worm cultists were storing bones there for a while, but now they tend to avoid it. Locked it up tight. It's not all that surprising. It still smells of incense. It feels holy. Well, I also hanged a few of their leaders in there, right over the altar. That made an impression. Why are you making a face? Oh, sacrilege. Right. The Eight will understand. After all, it helped keep the cultists out. Ends and means. Simple. Ever handled a cattle brand? Same principle. There's a hot end, press it onto a skull. Should be a simple matter of waiting for the skeleton to assemble and make its confession. Don't worry if the skeleton falls apart. These things take practice. Right. The brand binds the skeleton to a single, very specific task. Once you've set the mark, the skeleton should recite the details of the task aloud. That will tell us everything we need to know about what they're looking for. Yes, and also no. It should be like an echo of the caster's will or something. Honestly, I don't know all the details. I don't make a practice of casting spells on dead people. I just read a lot.
I hear you're no friend to the worm cult. I have a plan to kick them in the metaphorical nethers. But my superiors think it's too risky. Care to prove them wrong? I found a cache of auricular geodes. We can use them to spy on the worm cult's plans. But you see, the geodes are dormant. Proximity to a dying Zivkin should empower them. But my superiors refuse to test the theory. Exactly. Take these. Each Zivkin you slay will empower a geode. Once empowered, attach the geodes to undead laborers. The perfect spies. The worm cult will never expect their skeletons to betray them. Once you've placed the auricular geodes, meet me at the base. Of course. The geodes are attuned to Cold Harbor. When the Zivkin expire, they emit I'll call it a soul flare, though I'm certain that's not the name. Regardless, it will charge the geodes. Curious little things, eh? Something the Arcane University devised before all of this madness. Whatever their original purpose, I know I can use them to spy on the worm cult. That Zivkin must die to empower them is a delightful side effect.
Dig. Seek the Dragonfire Cathedral with pick and spade. Smother, choke, and quench the light. By Moloch Ball's will, obey.
Gods, what a mess. What are you doing here? I thought you were busy branding skeletons and killing worm cultists. There's work to do here, but it will keep. Get back to the Memorial District. more about this map or things will go very poorly for you. Are you listening? Hello? You made it. Excellent. I am sorry about the mess, but this cultist was not very forthcoming. All I got was this map. What did you find? Dragonfire Cathedral? Are you sure you heard that correctly? Skeletons aren't all that articulate. That must have been disconcerting. It's a legend, folktale, like Arkay's magic breaches. According to the story, Alessia received a vision from Akatosh in one of the old Ayleid shrines beneath the city. Her followers tore it down and built a cathedral there. The cathedral is supposed to be the resting place of Akatosh's second gift to Alessia, a powerful relic. What the relic actually does, I have no idea. Molag Bal must be after this relic. That's why he's looking for the cathedral. The map I took from this idiot points to the crematorium. I'll bet that's where Molag Bal's skeletons are digging now. Honestly, I'm not convinced that the Dragonfire Cathedral is real, but we can't take the risk. We have to stop them. We demolished the dig site. Worm cultists have been using concentrated kindle pitch to clear rubble. The Zivkin Soulbranders have been distributing it since they arrived. If you can acquire some, we can use it to destroy their operation. Once I've finished disposing of this body, I'll make for the crematorium. It's probably full of cultists. I'll try to thin the herd before you arrive. By that, I mean I'm going to kill them all, in case that wasn't clear. None that he was keen to share. He did a lot of begging, sentiment. I learned a lot about his mother, for instance. I don't know why people always talk about their mothers. It's probably my fault. I've never been a very good interrogator.
You're back. I had faith in your abilities, unlike my superiors. They were ready to either take credit for my idea or disavow your death. I take it you placed the geodes? Excellent. Let's see what the worm cult is planning.
Leave that broken corpse. Only the best bodies for the flesh colossus.
Good work. In time, we shall know...
It's a mess in here, I know. But it was the best I could do on short notice. Set the kindle pitch before more of these cultists arrive. What are you doing up here? Go place the kindle pitch. Honestly, these cultists were not eager to give the place up. I'm sure more are on the way. So yes, urgency. Well done. That's sure to draw some attention. Meet me back at your Alliance base once the coast is clear.
do you have a moment?
Only the finest wares here.
You look awful. I'm sorry, that sounded bad. You look unkempt? To be honest, neither of us should have been standing that close to an explosion. My ears are still ringing. So, Molag Bal's dig is completely destroyed, yes? Excellent. This will buy us some time. If the Dragonfire Cathedral actually exists, we need to make sure it doesn't fall into Molag Bal's hands, right? Yes. Take this for your trouble and stay in touch. There's more to Molag Bal's plan, I know it.
I sell to the nobility.